Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a great day. In today's video, we're going to talk about 3 reasons that caused me to end my affair. Hi, my name is Stacey and I'm an infidelity recovery coach who specializes in helping the unfaithful end their affair and prevent relapse. If you have any questions on how you can work with me, please check the description box below and let's get into today's video. Okay, so a lot of people ask me, if you were in love with him, why did you end your affair? Like, what caused you to end your affair and not, and not walk away from your marriage? Okay, so I want to just share three of the main things that really caused me to end my affair. My affair partner and I, we had decided that, we had been together for almost a year. We decided that we wanted to, leave our spouses, get together, get married, do the whole, the whole thing. We were in love. We had bonded really quickly. I had experienced a death in my family, and not long after that, he experienced one too. And he was there for me. I was there for him. We just kind of, just supported each other. So that created a really strong bond. And we had already had like a really strong connection anyways. He just felt like, when I would talk to him, it felt like I had known him forever. So, it was hard. There was a lot of chemistry and we were best friends. So the relationship was real, and I always tell my clients that let's not get fixated on how I'm feeling. Is it real? Is it not? If you're in love, okay? Let's just say it like that. The best thing to do is to admit how you feel and accept it so that you can move on. But that's a different video. Anyways, in today's video, it's not about that. So that's kind of where our relationship was. I just wanted to give you a little background onto, hey, this is how I was feeling. I was really in love with him and we really wanted to get together. Now, however, in spite of loving him, I will say this. I noticed some things that caused me to be concerned. It kind of had some red flags. And let me get into it. So number one, is that my husband had changed, like during the affair, and before he found out about the affair, he just changed completely. He said that God kind of woke him up to our marriage was in danger, and what, his neglect, how like he knew he had been neglectful and how he was withdrawn. He knew all those things. So he kind of realized that, hey, this is causing, my marriage to fall apart. I need to do something about it. And when he approached me, I was having the affair and I was thinking, well, you're a little late. Why didn't you do this like 3 months ago? But anyways, I did pay attention to what was going on because I thought, well, when I was having the affair, like I would think occasionally, I am so angry with my husband because why can't he treat me like the way my affair partner is treating me? Why can't he spend time with me or make me feel wanted, that kind of thing? Like, why is my husband not doing this? So I was really, really angry with my husband because he had just walked away from the marriage pretty much emotionally. So when he started like changing and started pursuing me, it kind of opened my eyes and I started to realize it's not that I didn't love him, it's just I was so angry at him and, could I move past the anger? So watching him change really started to open my eyes. And I believe it really caused a lot of confusion because I was in love with my affair partner, but yet my eyes were opening and I was wanting to be with my husband, and I didn't understand the conflict. I didn't understand how I could love them both and what was really going on. So it really set some confusion in. And then, like I said, I really feel like the Lord had showed me some things that I still loved my husband, and if I wouldn't give my marriage a chance and I went with my affair partner, I was going to regret it, because that relationship was just not going to work out. And that's for another video. But so those things in my mind, and then seeing how I was feeling, was all starting to just cause confusion and make me put the brakes on and make me want to slow down, because I'm a person who doesn't like regret. And I did pick my husband. I did choose to marry him. I did have kids with him. So him wanting to be with me did send flags up, like, hey, this is green. Was I scared? Absolutely. But it was still something I had wanted all along, because I always wanted him. The next thing was the red flags I started to see in my affair partner. Some of the stories he was telling me was not adding up, and I was thinking, okay, wait, so your wife ended her friendship with a long-term friend because she thinks you guys slept together. Like, what's going on? Like, he had too many crazy stories like that didn't really connect the dots, and some very far-fetched things. And I'm smart, I catch on, but I ignored it because I enjoy being with him so much. I didn't see it as a problem, which I should have. But I would also go on his Facebook, and I would read some of the comments, and his friends was like, don't give your dad, talking to his son, don't give your dad a lot to drink because he's going to flirt with all the ladies. And I was like, wow. Excuse me. And then I realized, looking at his Facebook, that he had so many women followers. It was more women than men. And I was like, is the wife, one of his big complaints was his wife didn't want to do anything with him anymore. And I was thinking, is she not want to do anything with you because you get drunk and flirt with everyone and embarrass her and all this kind of stuff? And because if that's the case, then I can't be that person. My attachment style at that time was anxious, so I was clingy and very jealous, and it wouldn't have worked out good for me, because I know that doesn't work. And then that's how we started flirting. So how did how did we get here? You could probably get here with someone else, and I would be in misery, for the rest of my life, worrying about what you're doing. So that was one of the things that really started to concern me, because I know myself, and even though I was enjoying what he was doing, I still was concerned about the future. Because if you have anxiety, that people with anxiety have a fear of the future, and they're always trying to plan for the future, that kind of thing. So in this case, I think the anxious side of me really came in handy, because I was looking way in the future and thinking, what the heck is this going to look like? The last thing, and I would say one of the most important things, and one of the things that I thought about the most as I got to know him more, was how he hated God. And I was a Christian. And let me say, yes, Christians, you can be a real Christian, love Jesus, and still have an affair, okay? Christians are not exempt from temptation and weaknesses and all of that. Most of us are just not equipped to handle that kind of stuff. So anyways, he hated God. He believed in God, but he hated God. Now, I think I know one of the deeper reasons why, but one of the reasons, they had a couple of miscarriages and just, things like that. And he would always say, sorry, I thought I saw something outside my window. He would always say, I hate those people who put on Facebook, praise the Lord, and can I pray for you? And they're always putting Bible verses, and we have friends, and, they're always talking to us about God, and I just hate all that stuff. And that's me. I'm gonna pray for you if you need it. There was times during the relationship I would think, I need to does he want me to pray for him? But I couldn't ask him. You know, I couldn't say, hey, you want me to pray for you? Or I couldn't, you know, say, praise God. You know, that's great, you know. I had to hold back on the most important part of who I was. And even though I thought, okay, even though he accepted me 100%, this was a part of me that he didn't accept, but this was the biggest part of me. And I didn't know what that was going to look like being with him. I had some idea that it wasn't going to go well, that things were not, it would be a problem with church. And then, you know, I think his influence over me could have pulled me away from the Lord, and I didn't want that either. And God was telling me, you know, if you come back home, all will be well. And I trusted the Lord. I knew that what he says he does, you know, I had had experience with God throughout my life, and I knew that he could be trusted, even if I was afraid, even if I didn't know exactly what my marriage was going to look like. I knew, you know, if God was telling me, and he had been telling me that there was great pain ahead with this guy, and I didn't know what it looked like, but I trusted God that when he said that he really meant it. And, you know, being out of it 12 years, I can definitely see the path of the pain I would have experienced if I would have stayed with him. So those are some reasons. Those are the 3 reasons. I say the main reasons. Of course, there were some more, but that was the main reasons that caused me to say, hey, I don't want to be in this affair anymore. If you are in that place of confusion and you need clarity and you don't know what to do, then reach out to me. I can help you. I help women and men every day, all day long, work through the lies of an affair. An affair is not what you think it is. It's not this, it's real. It's a real relationship, but the fantasy that we build up in our head about what it's going to look like to be with them is just not, it's not real. It's very deceptive in nature. And I know that people can make it. I know there's like 2%, but you know what? Your life is not worth that risk. That's a very small risk. And if you've had one affair, it's very possible you could have another one. And if you don't know how to heal those wounds that caused the affair in the first place, then you're most likely going to repeat it. So if you need help ending your affair, if you need help with clarity, you just need support, someone who has been through it, knows the ins and outs, I know what to do, I know how to help pull you through this, then check the description box below and sign up for a session. You know, sign up for a 30-minute consultation. We can get on the phone, we can talk, I can see where you're at and make a plan for you on how to get where you need to be without judgment. So if you have any questions, please leave that down below, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.